plant that we need, then we might be able to do it quicker. But permitting and, I mean, we're talking several years down the road if we were to start today.
Okay.
And you still have to get the grant before you start. You still have to get the grant, federal grant to do that.
That's right. We don't have funding for that right now. No.
Mayor, and you know, my biggest concern is the Sneads Ferry plant, that by the time it gets online with all the building and Stump Sound itself, it's gonna be near capacity too. And, I don't know how, we got to start looking into that, because there's, anybody's ready down Sneads Ferry, and it's not just Holly Ridge, it's Sneads Ferry, and, I mean, every time you turn around, they're building apartments and everything down there.
There's a lot of buildings
So
there.
that's gonna take a tremendous amount of capacity at that plant by the time it gets complete, and I think it's 2 more years before we get completed on that. It Sneads Ferry, the upgrade,
Yeah.
so, but then I'm talking to the choir there, you know how I feel about that.
I do, and I appreciate your vigilance for Holly Ridge.
And Stump Sound Township.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think we're all concerned about that, and we're all looking for solutions. Somebody wanted to give us $100 million to build a plant here, then we would do that too. So,
I have a question.
yes, sir.
So you said you had land for a sewer plant near Hubert,
Yes, sir.
but you're not sure if it's suitable yet?
But we're not sure that we can build the plant that we need at that location. It takes a lot of engineering and a lot of money just to determine whether we can do it. Yeah.
How long have you had this land?
Well, we use that land now for a drain field, so we've had it for a while. But it's the financing that's an issue, and things change. You know, what was suitable. I mean, at one time we thought that Camp Davis Industrial Park was going to be suitable for a sewer plant, but all that changed. Some because of environmental regulations, some because of the actual, environment. So
All right.
you really got to put a lot of money into engineering to figure out what you can do and where you can do it nowadays.
And I think the last time I talked to Frankie about the water tower, he said we're still waiting on that. Have you heard anything since then about that?
I haven't heard anything new on that.
They're still waiting on that grant to get that.
Right. Anything else?
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank
I
you, Mayor.
appreciate it. Another question.
You know what?
If we get this water tower, will that enable us to potentially have fire suppression abilities where we don't now?
Well, it certainly enabled you to have more than you have now. Part of the issue, I think, in Holly Ridge is the undersized water mains, which, it requires a 6-inch water main for a fire hydrant. So there may be water mains that have to be upgraded. So what I could tell you is I'm sure it would help.
Okay.
I know that it solves all your problems.
I think the new mains are 8-inch, right?
Oh yeah, we're not putting in anything smaller than 6 inches now.
I think the biggest problem people have is a water suppression system and a domestic water supply. And Onwasset is a domestic water supply system. It's not a fire suppression system per se. And I think there's a big confusion between people of what Onwasset actually does and can do.
There certainly is. I mean, and that's a misconception that we see all over the county, because Onwasset was built to be a potable water source, not a fire suppression source. And the towns really need fire suppression, and we recognize that. But replacing 4-inch water mains is a huge expense.
Thank you, Commissioner, appreciate it.
Thank you, Mayor.
We're gonna have a vote on that letter later on the agenda. All right, so our next speaker is from the Onslow County, as I mentioned to you before. We are trying to bring more of the county services that are available to citizens for us to take advantage of. Last month, you heard a presentation regarding potential abuse of senior citizens through all the internet type activities, and we are very fortunate to have Ms. Williams. She's going to talk to us more about Onslow County Senior Services. Ms. Williams, thank you for being here, and the floor is yours.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. Thank you for having me. I am Melena Williams. I'm very new to Onslow County. I've been with the Onslow County Senior Services since May 18th this year. And so I want to thank you for the next hour that I'll be speaking about senior services.
And we'll keep you here till 2 o'clock, okay?
But no, we have a few slides, but we're going to try to bring it in. And once we get to the end, if you have questions, just let me know. But you'll have our number. You can give us a call. I'm not going to go through all of our mission, vision, and purpose. Just to summarize, we have programs that support our seniors in the community with actively aging, thriving, and accessing the resources that they need. We do that through some of these programs. The New Life Enrichment Center Adult Day Program. I know a lot of people are waiting for this program. This program will come back when we enter into our new building. We are moving into a new building in Jacksonville, and so our day program will start as soon as we can get settled into that building. Our community alternatives program, our in-home aid services, congregate nutrition, home delivered meals, medical transportation, nutritional transportation, senior center services, SHIP, which is our senior health insurance information program, which is our Medicare counseling for those who need counseling and information with that. And then our nonprofit with Friends of the Aging. Just a little bit about our day program once we do open. There is an assessment for all of our programs for you to qualify. For most of our home and community care block programs, you must be age 60 and older. But that is not for all of the programs for senior services. At senior services, you can become a member at 55. And just so you know, for future reference, our trainer will talk about some of our other programs. Senior games, you can participate at 50. And I see most of you all have a few decades before you get there, but those that you may know, share that with them. But again, with the day program, it's going to be a daily rate of $75 out of pocket. But if you are a family who may need assistance, ask staff about the Home and Community Care Block Grant to assist you with covering those expenses. Our Community Alternatives Program for Disabled Adults. This is actually a program for adults that are aged 18 and older, and this program is Medicaid funded. So those who are on Medicaid, will be eligible. They still have to do an assessment to see if they meet the criteria for the program. And these services are provided through our social workers at Senior Services. Our in-home service program, we have roughly 24 certified nursing assistants that provide services to dozens of seniors in Onslow County, and it supports them in keeping their mobility, their independence, their dignity, which is really important for a lot of our seniors. It prevents them from having to go into facilities prematurely. Again, this is a program for those that are 60 years and older under our Home and Community Care Block Grant. Congregate nutrition. Everybody loves eating. So we have 5 nutrition sites around the county. We have one in Jacksonville, Belgrade, Richland, Sneads Ferry, and Swansburg. So I believe Sneads Ferry is the closest one to here. And it's really awesome. You have to be 60 and older. You just sign up as a member, and you let our nutrition coordinator know the days that you want to come and participate. There's We do accept consumer contributions, and that's if someone wants to donate any amount, 25 cents, $1, anything. We put that back into the program so that we can continue to do meals. Home delivered meals, it's similar, it's still 60 years and older through the Home and Community Care Block Grant. And those meals are delivered to those that are homebound only. It does require assessment. If the person is unable to come to the center, they or their family member can call in and we can have someone to go to the home to complete assessment with them. Our medical and general transportation. Medical transportation is covered for those 60 and older through the Home and Community Care Block Grant. It assists those seniors trying to get to doctor's appointments, clinic appointments, to the pharmacy and things like that. No charge to them. It's all covered under the block grant. Ouch transportation services will transport them to those appointments. Our general transportation will transport those who are able to our nutrition sites, whichever site is closest to their home, to have lunch. There's a lot of other things that take place while they're there, have the lunch before, after, during, but I'll let our Onslow County Senior Service trainer talk about the fun stuff.
Hi, I'm Lisa Mobley with Onslow County Senior Services, and I'm going to talk about all the fun stuff that we do. So we have our senior center. Our senior center, we offer evidence-based classes such as matter of balance, living healthy with chronic conditions. We do bingo size, which is trivia, bingo, and exercise all together. All of our evidence-based classes are free. We do clubs, activities, we do wood carving, we have Bible study, there's a reading group, we have dominoes. Any activity is going on at our center throughout the day. Any person age 55 and older can participate in any of these activities. We also do senior trips. We're excited to say that our seniors are going to the State Fair this year. This is their first time going to the State Fair on Senior Day. And we are doing a fundraiser to help fund the cost of the transportation for them to go. We're doing a hot dog fundraiser in September. So if anybody's interested in that, we can provide more information. We also are going to Vermont in October with our seniors. So we don't do little trips, we do big trips. We also have our SHIP program, like Ms. Williams talked about. Open enrollment begins in October, so if anybody is Medicaid eligible, Medicare eligible, and they have a supplement, you can make an appointment with our counselor to go over their supplement needs. Getting the facts before you turn 65, so getting that information before you turn 65 so we can get you in the system. We also offer support groups. We offer our caregiver support group. And that is for somebody that is taking care of a loved one, living with dementia, Parkinson's, any chronic condition. We meet the third Wednesday of every month at 12 p.m. at the Senior Center. We also offer our grievance support group, and we meet the fourth Monday at 1 p.m. at the Senior Center. Additional services that we can offer. If you know somebody that needs a living will, medical equipment, healthcare power of attorney, we also offer medical equipment. If you have somebody that needs a walker, wheelchair, bedside commode, we do have a loaning closet. We also do take donations as well. Additional services that we offer a private pay list. If somebody doesn't qualify for our grant services or in-home services, we can provide them with a private pay list of individuals that do that care privately within the county. And then, like Ms. Williams spoke about, we do have our Friends of the Aging nonprofit. Our nonprofit, we help with utilities, water bills. We can help with medications, things such as that. We're always looking for people to help with our nonprofit. We're always looking for volunteers to become, to help at the Senior Center, become a volunteer, to help expand our adult daycare, our congregate nutrition, our support groups, to help deliver home-delivered meals. So if anybody is interested in volunteering, we're always looking for volunteers at the Senior Center. And And this is a list of our contact information. You can reach any of us at the senior center, inquire about any of our programs, and also any of our outside nutrition sites. And we'd be more than happy to answer any questions you guys might have.
I guess this question is for both of you. You know, we are sort of at the bottom of the county and far away from Jacksonville. And our long-term vision is eventually would have a satellite county office here to help. And I've talked to the commissioners and also the county manager. Now, between now and then, whenever that happens, some of these obviously are distance related. Some of these services require travel. How easy it is for Holly Ridge senior citizen to get some of these services?
Well, if they have a family member or if they're able to call in, a lot of things we can give them resources and guide them over the phone. If not, we do have staff that will do home visits to assist them with completing assessments and things like that to determine what we're able to refer them to.
So there's nothing, the distance is not limiting the services, right, in the county? Thank you.
Mayor, I got a question. And where is Main Senior Citizen and Senior Citizens Center in Jacksonville at? Where's that?
It's on Richlands Highway. 4950.
Is that where the old government complex used to be?
No, sir. We are at our temporary location at 4955. It's the old Family Dollar building,
Oh, okay.
right before you get to Airport Road. But we are anticipating hopefully moving back to our new facility at 4024 Richlands Highway. And that's right there by the county complex.
That's what I was talking about, the old county complex that they
Where
had.
the farmer's market.
Yeah, where the farmer's market's at, right, yeah.
Yes, sir. We're hopefully moving back there shortly.
So we're gonna post this presentation and talk about it obviously on our website. I'm hoping that we can advertise it more because a lot of people don't know all the services that the county offers. So thank you for everything you do for senior citizens.
Absolutely, thank you so much. And we did have some brochures and flyers that we added to the table. And we just encourage anyone who wants more information to please call.
Thank you.
Thank
Chris.
you.
Thank you, Ms. Williams and Lisa. All right, we are going to item D. Do you have anybody sign up?
No, sir.
Okay, so we are passing item D. Going to item 5, public hearing. We don't have any public hearing for this meeting. Going to item 6, town manager, it's time for your report, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Last week, we were presented with a $10,000 check from Duke Energy. This was a grant that Rachel worked on through the Parks and Recreation Department. These funds will go towards the pollinator garden, which will be located around the playground and the splash pad area. So we're excited to get that project kicked off when we do the playground. The trees around where the new restroom will be they've been removed because they were at risk of falling on the new facility. So we do have a plan to replace the ones that were cut down with some type of hardwoods. These were pine trees that we removed. This week is the last week of summer camp. The Pinslow building, which is the building next to the town hall, it now has a new roof. Flooring replacement is queued up for next. We've had some HVAC work done to the facility. There was an issue with the capacitor. And then once all these items are completed, our Public Works Department will get in there and start patching and painting the walls. So we're hoping to have community development move over to that building at some point in September. Tomorrow we have a ribbon cutting for the second B figure. It's So Be It, which is also known as Patches around town. That ribbon cutting is tomorrow at 5 p.m. at the site, which is at the corner of North Dyson and Sound Road. And I want to personally thank Mr. Owen Blanchard with Troop 937 for his hard work on this project. It was his Eagle Scout project. He designed it and presented it to us back around the time frame of the Bee Festival. And he had the cutest little model that he made out of wood, and the bumblebee was a golf ball. It was just so cute. So I really appreciate his enthusiasm and his work towards that. So that ribbon cutting again is tomorrow at 5 p.m. at the site. We hope everyone can come out. We will have the request for proposals for the road project in neighborhoods of Holly Ridge going out in either September or October. Right now, we're scheduled to award that contract in December, and the contractors who perform that type of work are prepared to begin work, depending on whoever the contract is awarded to, in March of 2027. Hometown Heroes and Liberty Fest is coming up. The town will have a tent again this year, so if anyone would like to stop by, and I'm sure Amber or someone will be there manning it. We're hoping to have some new items to hand out this year. New phone system went live today. Please be patient with our staff as we work through these growing pains. This new phone system is a great step forward. It allows us a lot more flexibility, specifically during COVID when we had employees working from home. They could not take their phone sets home, so we were having to forward town phones to personal emails so that the employees could still man the phones. With this VoIP system, the employees are able to take those phones, headsets, there's an app. So if we're ever in that type of situation again, be it something like COVID or a hurricane, our employees will be able to take their desk phones with them. That is all I have.
I got a question for you.
Sure, of course.
I noticed about the new phone system and the numbers on there. Is somebody gonna have to go through all those numbers to get who they want, or how's that gonna work? Because now it's if you want this person, you dial this number. If you want this person, you dial this number. But it looks like to me there's like 25 numbers there. So how is somebody gonna know where they're gonna wanna go?
There should still be groups, so you'll still have for mayor, town council, press 1, for community development, press 2, for,
And then you'll get another drop-down thing about this. Okay,
yes, sir.
all right.
Thank you and your staff were doing a great job. I want to recognize everybody, the directors over there, as well as the staff that works in the office. Thank you. Any other questions for town manager? Thank you. Okay, we're going to item 7, consent agenda. May I have a motion to adopt the consent agenda?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Marciano,
Second.
second by Councilman Hines. Any discussions? How do you vote?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, consent agenda is adopted. Thank you. Okay, we don't have anything on item D at this point. Item E, tax refund, town manager. I know you sent an email to us, but maybe you can briefly give us the context.
Yes, sir. So just to clarify, tax refunds were item D,
Item E, right.
7D, under the consent.
Okay, I have it as on it, 7E, that's correct.
So
So-
tax refunds, it's a common occurrence in local government. Typically, the county will send us a notification that a refund on taxes are due. There's several reasons for that. Most common would be someone surrenders their license tag to their vehicle, someone sells the property. There's also military exemptions, which can trigger a refund to the citizens. So it's not something that we really have a choice of doing.
Okay, any question on that? I know everyone got the letter from Heather. Okay, we vote on this, right?
on the consent agenda as a whole.
Okay, so we covered it already.
Yes.
Okay, great, thank you. Item 8A, we don't have any old business. We are going to the new business, item 9A. This is discussion and possible approval of resolution 2026-11 supporting North Carolina House Bill 116, formerly Senate Bill 817, providing the legislative annexation of certain military installation into city of Jacksonville. I'm gonna just add a brief context here. Senator Lazaro introduced a bill back in May 2026. The subject was annexation of military property because of the services that provide by Jacksonville. And that went all the way up to Highway 17 and 50, including Camp Davis area. We objected to that by passing our own resolution. And also we worked with the representative of the area, Representative Smith, Representative Gable, and Representative Shepherd. And they sort of supported us in preserving some of our history and some of our basically regional physical area because it's part of our identity. So they modified the bill. They worked very hard with Senator Lazaro to modify the bill to basically exempt the area all the way from 214 going across to 50 and then all the way down to Holly Ridge. That's exempted from the annexation. The annexation is still about, I guess it's a fairly large annexation, 400, they claim about 400 square miles. So at this point, because we had a resolution, we have to sort of replace that resolution with a resolution that accepts that annexation because it has gone through gone through Senate and House already. So you have the resolution in your packet. So the recommendation is action to approve resolution 2026-11, support North Carolina House Bill 1116, formerly Senate Bill 817, providing the legislative annexation of certain military installation into the city of Jacksonville.
Mayor,
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to just add one point of clarification.
Sure.
The resolution that was adopted by the town council opposing the original Senate Bill 817 will still stand. It will not be replaced. This one will just also be adopted and stand as well.
Okay, so the resolution that we have will stand. Is an additional resolution to accept the changes that they have made to the map.
Yes, sir.
All right. So may I have a motion to adopt the resolution?
I make a motion.
Motion by Councilman Barton,
Second.
second by Councilman Massiano. Any discussions? Okay, how do you vote?
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Okay, that is 3-2. All right, the motion passes 3-1. Going to item B. This is what Commissioner Bennett was talking about. It's a possible approval of a letter from Onwassa County, and the municipalities that you see on the letter. They serve requesting the Marine Corps support and partnership in meeting future water, wastewater capacity for resiliency needs of Onslow County. And the recommendation is to discuss the letter and possibly approve it for possible action. So you all have the letter and you heard Commissioner Bennett. May I have a motion to adopt the resolution?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Hines,
Second.
second by Councilman Massiano. Any discussions? How do you vote?
Yes?
Yes.
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 Okay. Commissioner Bennett, you are approved. Okay, going to item 9C. These are requests to relocate building for range to the police department to department parcel of the property. Town manager, you want to talk about it, or the chief can?
Sure. I can discuss it. Chief Sorg has made the request. So during the budgeting sessions and the workshops, police department had requested a storage building to be placed down at the town-owned shooting range. It would have a classroom area, storage, and free up space within the police officers' offices over at the PD building because they are busting at the seams. That building made it through the budgeting process and was approved in the final edition of the budget. So Chief Sorg has asked that this building, instead of being placed at the shooting range, be placed behind the police department. And the reasons are there's easier access. The building itself will be covered by the security cameras that we already have in the area that are for the building. And that it's just overall easier to monitor. Chief, is there anything you'd like to add? If you could come up to the podium, please.
Part of the building is, it's going to be used for several purposes. First, with the housing authority, moving the gym equipment we have over to that building, and also having access to being able to put a shower in there. The water and the electricity are all closer here. I believe it's going to be cheaper here because that land is already, besides any additional prep work, I spoke with Director McFan earlier today to make sure. So hooking it up and getting the building ready should be cheaper here in the event of a hurricane if we need that for places to house officers or any kind of extra. It'll be hooked up to the town's generator where we have access to 24-hour showers, locker room. It'll still hold our gym, and it'll be easier access to store the things we want to, which is mostly ammunition, a lot of the gear that they use. It's just easier for them to go back and forth from a building that's that close, and again, monitoring the security system. So it just makes a little more sense to put it back there in the flat parking area behind the PD. It'll offer more uses to that building.
Thank you, Chief. Okay, I guess recommendation is, if the council desires to have a vote or make a motion to adopt the resolution, to adopt the request, to approve the request.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Councilman Longo,
A second.
second by Councilman Barton. Any discussions? How do you vote?
Yes.
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 Okay, great, thank you. All right, going to item D, discussion of possible approval of resolution 2026-12 authorizing the disposal of surplus property pursuant to North Carolina General Statute 160A-266A and Article 12 of Chapter 160A. Town Manager, do you want to talk about it?
Sure, thank you, Mayor. So from time to time, there are items that the town no longer needs, that we've previously used. Many, many years ago, the town council had rescinded a resolution that authorized the town manager to dispose of surplus property, up to a certain amount. So now all surplus property must come before the town council. So tonight, a resolution is in front of you for just a handful of items that we have. Most of them are laptops that are no longer in use. And then we also have the John Deere Gator and 1 zero-turn mower. And both of those have a minimum bid set. The zero-turn mower is minimum bid of $1,000, and the John Deere Gator, which is a utility vehicle, the minimum bid set is $1,800.
Anything else? That's it?
That's it.
All right, Thank you. The recommendation is action to approve the resolution 2026-12, authorizing disposal of supplies, personal property pursuant to North Carolina General Statute 160A-266A and Article 12 of Chapter 168. So may I have a motion to adopt and accept the resolution?
I make a motion.
Motion by Councilman Barton,
Second.
second by Councilman Masiano. Any discussions?
Yeah.
You go ahead.
These, they have no usefulness to the town. I mean, that kind of price on them, I think they would have some kind of use. Are they just where they're not usable at all?
Mike, you're talking specifically about the gator
The
and
gator
the,
and the mower, yeah.
Mike, if you could come up to the podium.
Use-wise for the lawnmower, we received 2 new ones this year. I'm keeping one back as a spare. If I keep 2 back, older ones that just sit around, it just becomes cost prohibitive. Eventually, you don't get anything for it, so I might as well keep it running and try to get as much for it as possible. We have a spare, like I mentioned, we do have backup, but I just didn't think that the purpose of keeping 2 used mowers that won't be used on a daily basis was just kind of a waste. As far as the utility vehicle, the John Deere Gator, that's costing us, estimated several $1,000s a year just to keep running. So I think it's time, if we got it running, it's running. As we try to sell it, I'd like to try to get as much out of it as possible too.
So do you have something to replace that one with?
We did. We got approved for the Kubota utility vehicle, so it's been replaced. It's just, like I said, I'd like to get rid of it while we can get as much out of it as possible.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Any more discussions? Okay, may I have a motion to, adopt the resolution?
We already did, we were in discussion.
No, we are on item, right?
You already have
We-
it. Mayor,
We have to vote on this, yes.
there was already a motion on the floor,
Oh, there's already a motion on the floor, I'm sorry. Okay.
so
how do
we
you
just
vote?
need the vote.
Yeah. Yes.
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 Okay, thank you, sorry, that's my mistake. All right, going to item 9E, possible appointment of a town council member as a liaison to Friends of the Park Committee as requested. Mayor Pro Tem Hall has requested to join that committee, and is there anything you want to add, Town Manager?
So the Friends of the Park Committee requested a town council liaison. Mayor Pro Tem Hall did not request to be placed on that committee, but she has shown interest in the park project, so I did extend that offer to her, to which she said she would be able to do it.
Okay. So the recommendation, action to appoint Mayor Pro Tem Hall as a liaison to the Friends of the Park Committee. And may I have a motion to accept the recommendation?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Masiano,
Second.
second by Councilman Barton. Councilman Barton, oh, Councilman Longo.
That was Bart.
Barton. Barton is second, okay. Any discussions? How do you vote?
Yes.
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 Okay, that passes. Okay, going to item 9F, which is the new item. Purchase of the property on Holly Ridge Road and Piney Creek Road, the corner of those 2 roads. And it will be subdivided and sold to the town for future satellite fire department station. I know Councilman Hines or Councilman Longo, do you want to add any context?
We're just kind of in the preliminary design and sizing of the lot. We've got a draft rendering that I shared with you guys earlier, that how the property would kind of be laid out. There's a couple measurement changes that will affect one of the property lines. So I'm just waiting on that second draft and I'll get that guys to you, or get that to you guys as soon as I get that.
Okay, Councilman Hines, I know you have talked about this before.
Yes, I approached, a gentleman about the property and he's willing to sell it to us. It will be, 1.78.
No, or 0.78 acres.
Yeah. That's what it meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll be $75,000, and he agreed to clear it also for us. What we really need is, if we're planning on doing this, we need to go ahead and proceed. He'd like to get something done before the end of the year. He has to have a survey and all too, so, if we're gonna do this, let's go ahead and decide to do it and go ahead and get it in the works and let our manager do whatever's necessary to purchase the land.
Now, does he have to subdivide the property officially?
That's what he does.
Okay, great. All right, so the recommendation is to authorize the town manager to execute the purchase agreement or whatever is necessary to proceed with this motion. And may I have a motion to accept the recommendation?
I make a motion.
Motion by Councilman Barton,
Second.
second by Councilman Longo.
Mayor, I think the motion should have the amount in there too. $75,000.
Oh, okay, for $75,000. Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any more discussions? How do you vote?
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay, motion passes. All right, Town Manager, do I have any sign up to speak?
No, sir.
All right. So, going to item 10, council comments. So we start with Councilman Barton.
I happened to miss last council meeting. I was on vacation. Good to be back. And look forward to all the new things that are coming forward.
Okay. Thank you, Councilman Barton. Councilman Longo?
It's good to see everybody here today. Man, can we,
You have to have more controversial subjects
man,
and more people that
these
attend.
mics are killing me. But, no, like the information we just talked about with the fire department, I think is pretty exciting as far as our adjustments with growth, adapting to the town and service that we can better provide to our citizens. Something along the lines with building that substation, we don't have a definitive plan right now of what we're going to put on it until we hear back from a grant that we recently applied for. So the fire department applied for the federal DCIP grant, which is the Defense Critical Infrastructure Program. That's right at $14 million. And those funds will be slated to replace our main station here in town and build that substation on that satellite property. So.
Great, thank you, Councilman Massiano.
Thank you for coming tonight. I want to echo what Brandon just says. We're moving forward as a town. Nothing happens overnight, especially when it comes to municipal fire. So we're not there yet, but in essence, what we're trying to do is going to be a 5-year process, 8-year process. But Holly Ridge is growing. We see what Surf City just did. Richlands is complaining now. So come to Holly Ridge. We do what we can to help Holly Ridge grow. Thanks.
in reference to the fire department, they had a fire the other night, and I want to let the chief tell about the response and what the town has been doing to try to supplement personnel and all. Would you tell about how long it took to get to that fire?
Okay, so, a lot of people ask, where the funding goes and what it actually does and how it benefits the town. One area significantly is the paid 24-hour staffing with the fire department. So what we're able to do is at least have 3 people on 24/7 with our part-time program mixed in with that. And what that allows us to do, even in the middle of the night, when a 911 call drops, and I could have had a little presentation available, but our response times nowadays is pretty awesome. I mean, the times and numbers that we're able to produce I'm proud of it, and I know the guys across the street feel the same way. But that house fire we had the other night, we were able to get there and have hose on the ground in under 5 minutes from the time of call. So that's something that the guys are pretty proud of.
And,
Thank you.
we've got a lot going on in town, a lot that, our staff is just, they're working diligently to get things done, but there's just a lot of stuff going on, and, so, some of it takes time, and, but I assure you, our staff, we got some of the best staff there is, and they are working hard to keep things going forward and keeping us informed, and, I appreciate every one of them.
Well, thank you. I want to echo Councilman Hines' comments about the staff and the team, starting at the top with Heather and our attorney and the staff in the town hall, as well as all the people that work outside the town hall, as Director Rachel, Mike, Chief, and the fire department. We are really proud of everybody, and thank you for doing that. So we appreciate everybody that's here and everybody that's watching online. We continue to invite you to be involved and reach out to any of us or the town staff, be any questions you have, and have a great evening. With that, going to item 12, Town Attorney, any comments you want to? No comments by our Town Attorney. I'm going to very briefly talk about things that are coming up. Wednesday, August 12th, BUSA Committee Special Meeting beginning at 4 o'clock. Monday, August 17th, Beautification Committee meeting beginning at 4 p.m. Tuesday, August 18th, Planning Board meeting beginning at 6 p.m. Wednesday, August 19th, Board of Adjustment meeting at 6 p.m. Friday, August 28th, Movies in the Park, Mario Galaxy beginning at 8 p.m. Tuesday, September 1, fall pickleball season starts, so this place is going to turn into pickleball courts in the morning, starting at 10 o'clock. Saturday, September 5, Hometown Heroes. These are once a year, great festival. We hope that everybody attends. And Monday, September 7, administrative offices will be closed for the Labor Day. Monday, September 8, regular town council meeting at 6:30 next month. And Sunday, September 27, meet the candidates. We have arranged for a Meet the Candidates event on September 27th here. All the candidates that are on the ballot for this area are going to be here. And, well, we haven't got an RSV from everybody, but a number of them are going to be here. So it's an opportunity for the citizens to meet the candidates that are on the ballot. It's sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce and supported by the 2 real estate organizations in the area with some refreshments. One other thing that's happening, on next Wednesday, the 19th, Dr. Greg Murphy will be here, sort of in a meet and greet event at 2 o'clock. He's traveling through the area, and we asked him to stop by, and citizens are invited to stop by, ask questions, and meet him. So next Wednesday at 2 o'clock. All right. We are now going to item 14. We're going to go to a closed session. Town Attorney, would you please tell us why we are having this closed session?
Absolutely. We have a motion to enter a closed session pursuant to North Carolina General Statute, Section 143-318.11, subsection A3, 5, and 6, to consult with an attorney retained by the public body relating to matters protected by the attorney-client privilege, to instruct the public body staff regarding the acquisition of real estate, and to discuss personnel matters.
Okay, thank you. And we'll be back after our closed session. For those of you who still would like to stay, you're welcome to leave. And we'll do our closed session and come back. I've gotten comments on some social media that closed sessions are to hide something. It is not. It's legally, we cannot discuss some of those areas as Town Attorney mentioned. So with that, may I have a motion to go to closed session?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Hines.
Second.
Second by Councilman Marciano. Any discussions? How do you vote?
Yes.
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 Okay, we are in closed session. I thought she kept saying. Okay, may I have a motion to return to regular session?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Longo, second by.
Second.
Anyone second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Marciano, any discussions? How do you vote?
Yes?
Yes.
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 Okay, we are back in regular session. We had our closed session, no action taken, and now we are ready to adjourn. May I have a motion
Motion
to?
to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn by Councilman Hines,
Second.
second by Councilman Marciano. Any discussions? How do you vote?
Yes.